Today we're taking a look at this RENPHO foot massager. This one is really cool because it has voice control, which none of the other ones that I've tried have voice control. So I thought that that was really neat because it doesn't come with a remote. It's nice to have that voice control option because if you are sitting up in a chair that's a little bit higher and maybe it could be awkward or uncomfortable for you to bend forward at that angle in order to change the settings, you could always use the voice control. I'm not going to do that in the video because it kind of gets a little bit awkward talking back and forth to the AI, but it does work and it controls. You can do the power, you can do the different functions, the heat, pressure, all of that. So let's take a look at this, some of the features and some of the things that I really like about it. So first, this is the like tannish color, of course, and it does have multiple color options. Your main control panel is right here, and it is facing you while you have your feet in it, and so that's convenient. So you, like I said, you can just bend over and push the options that you want. You don't ever want to step in like with your full weight. You want to be in a seated position when you put your feet into the massager. It has 3 different pressure points for the kneading that it puts onto your feet. So it's kind of like that rolling kneading for your feet. So you have your heel, the middle of your foot, and then the forefoot. So you have 3 spots that it's going to be kneading. That's kind of how you get the massage. And then it also has pressure. And so what that's doing is kind of compressing with airbags around your foot. So that does feel really nice. It kind of relieves some pressure, but it also keeps your foot in place so that the rollers have really good access to your feet. So that's pretty nice. You can move your feet around inside of the foot spot depending on where you want the rollers to hit. So if you have a spot that's really sore in your feet, you can always just move it forward or backwards to get access with that. This does fit up to a size 11 shoe. So it is pretty large on the inside. It does, have a good surface area. One of the things that I really like about this is all of this is removable and washable. So if there are multiple people in your house that are using the massager, you can always take this off, wash it. Even if it's just you, it's good to wash these things pretty regularly. So you just unzip it here, go all the way around, take this out, wash it, and then put it back on. So that's gonna keep this nice and clean. They also recommend that you do wear socks whenever you use this machine. And so keep that in mind. So now let's take a look at the features and how it works. So your main button, of course, is gonna be your power button, which is here in the front. And then once you do that, it's gonna automatically turn on all of the features. So your kneading is gonna start off at low, and you can hear it a little bit, but it is very quiet overall. Then you're gonna have your pressure, which starts off at low. Then your heat is actually gonna start off at high, and then your time is gonna be set at 15 minutes. So that means it's gonna run for 15 minutes, and then it's gonna turn off automatically. So if you fall asleep because you're enjoying it so much, it will turn off for you. And you have the options of going for 15, 20, or 30 minutes, which is the maximum recommended time for the foot massager. Then your heat, you have high, medium, and low. And I find personally that the higher the heat, the more I enjoy the massage. So I typically like to keep it at that high heat. And then pressure, you got again, low, medium, and high. And that's those bags that compress around your feet. And it does it really good, like your heels and the tops of your foot. So I usually put that on a medium or a high. And then your kneading, that's gonna be low, medium, or high as well. And those are the rollers that are on the bottom. So one thing I do really like about this as well is it is very, very lightweight. This is one of the more lightweight foot massagers that I've tried. This one comes in at about 5 pounds. Super, super easy to lift up, carry, move around, and store. So if you're looking for a foot massager that has heat, has washable parts, and has good pressure, I highly recommend that you check this one out.